Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm showing you 4 great digital delay pedals. Usually people think digital is a cold sounding delay and digital could never beat analog. Well, these 4 digital delay pedals will change your mind forever. They are super incredible and I love them all. This is not meant to be like my choice of the 4 best digital delay pedals because there's a lot more. Even I own a lot more than this 4 pedals, a lot more digital pedals like the Line 6 DL4 or the Line 6 M5 or M9 or M13 series. There's the Strymon who has a great delays. There's the Walrus Audio D1 Mecha, which is one of my favorite delays of all time. So there's a lot of digital delays that sound really good. But usually there's a misconception about digital delay. Whenever digital is mentioned in the guitar world, it's never a good thing. But I don't think living in this age, watching this video on a digital platform like YouTube, on a digital machine like a computer or a cell phone or a tablet, is there really a thing about analog versus digital? I think it all depends on what are you using the product for and what are you looking for in a product. For example, my Deluxe Reverb Tone Master is a digital transistor amp. It shouldn't sound good, but it's great. I love it. I love it really much. First of all, let me thank my dear patrons for supporting the show. If you want to become a patron, just go to the Patreon link. It's super easy. You can also support the show by contributing to the tip jar via PayPal. I thank you in advance. Also, if you want to have some guitar lessons with me via Skype, please just send me an email or a direct message on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll deal with it from there. I hope you liked this episode. Please leave your comment. Let me know what are your favorite digital delays. I really love to hear you. Hope you enjoy it. As I told you, this is not a race. This is just 4 great digital delays that doesn't sound anything like the digital misconcept we all have. This is the DD3, a staple of the industry. It's not a fantastic character delay, but it is a fantastic rhythmic delay. It is a great delay to put in front of an amp that is already overdriving. That's why it's the delay that, for example, guys like Satriani and Steve Vai use, because they use very distorted amps and they use the delay going into the distorted amp. So the pristine repeats will give you a more percussive sound. I don't really like it unless I use it for a short delay like a slap, or even shorter than a slap, like to create a fake room. And this also has a great feature because it has a direct out, so you can split into 2 amps and use just a small delay, and then you get a huge stereo effect out of it. Otherwise, it's not one of my favorite delays, but it's a great collectible item. I'll never sell it. The 4 delays I brought for this show are the Fernweh, made by Jupiter Effects. You know, I really love what Jupiter Effects do on their pedals. I have a lot of Jupiter Effects pedals, and I really love them. Everything they do is really great. And this is a double delay, like a tape echo, like a space echo or echo rec. So it has 2 delays, and the first delay goes into the second delay. So it's like having 2 pedals, 2 delay pedals at the same time. But you have a lot of options, as you can see from the pedal. Here we have one side of the delay. Here we have another side of the delay. When we only have the middle light, the middle LED on, it means the delay time is this big knob here. What makes you, if you turn off this delay volume, so we have volume for the delays, tempo, time of the repeats, and feedback. And the same here. So 2 delays, this goes into this. If we take this volume off, it means we don't have any delay from this side. So it means we can toggle between having this knob here as the tempo, and in the middle, this knob here. So it allows us to get a double tempo delay, which is really great. What I like about the digital delay is that you can get this really short delays which sound like a bathroom reverb. And let's go from the shortest delay to the maximum delay time. Man, I love it, and it has some magic into it. It doesn't repeat the exact sound that you're playing into it, so it brings back some coloration. And I'm using it really loud, but I can use it way quieter and with a lot more feedback. So it self-oscillates really great. And speaking about self-oscillating, it has a pedal just to engage the self-oscillation immediately. So you might be in any setting. It's just super great, just super incredible. But as I told you, we can have it like, I always use a slapback and a 1 repeat delay, so we can set this pedal to be a 2 preset pedal. When we're in both, if we take off the volume of the second delay line, we end up with just the first delay line. And I have it 1 repeat. And my timing control is this knob. So this would be my 1 repeat delay, and then I change it to the next preset, which is the middle one, and I can have a slapback. Then back to my 1 repeat. So I can have a 2 preset delay. I use it with a more conservative level. And my slap. And off. So this would be a basic, simple utility delay with 2 presets, which would be great for me. But it still has that great thing of having 2 delays all the time on. I can still have my slap delay, and I can still have my 1 repeat delay, a longer one. Okay, but I can add the next one in line. I will add more repeats. It's just unbelievable. And you have the craziness whenever you want. And this middle knob basically regulates how much time after you press the middle knob will the delay keep on going on, if it goes completely crazy or just a little crazy. Man, I love it. I really love it. I forgot to tell you, but I'm playing with my new guitar. There will be a video on this guitar. It's my new Guild. I just freaking love this guitar. It's a full hollow body with this Dynasonic pickups. Man, just incredible guitar. But I will talk about it in a special episode about it. And of course, I'm using my Mesa Boogie Lone Star as usual. In the clean channel, no reverb, so this is the clean tone. Okay. Second in line is the Flashback 2 TC Electronics. I already have 3 of my favorite delays. As you know, I always use a slapback, a one repeat, and a Memory Man inspired delay. Unfortunately, the Flashback doesn't allow you to store presets. It only allows you to store types of reverb or types of delays. But it's already a great thing. So how the settings are set for my Memory Man kind of sound. It's just a great delay. Then for the one repeat, well, for the slapback, I have to set it here, and I have to change tempo. I've chosen a tape delay, and I imported the presets via the app on the computer, where you can really tweak your sounds. And this is a thing that I find just incredible about the Flashback, because you can import a lot of presets into here, a lot of tones, but you can also tweak them a lot. But then when you get them in the pedal, it's as easy can be. So you have to twist this knob for the presets, and then you adjust the regular delay presets. This is my slapback. And for my one repeat, I selected an analog delay It's basically the same as a slapback, but with the repeat a little, with the tempo a little longer. And I like this kind of delay to give me a space, but not a reverb. It's not a reverb. It's great for soloing. It's great for playing fast. It's not wet at all. Let me turn the overdrive on the Lone Star. So it just gives you a great character, a great ending to it, but it has a lot more presets. It has all the stock presets that sound really great. I'm not going super deep into that because there's a million videos in the internet, but I will just go through the effects so you can hear it. This is, when we think about digital delay, this is what people think of. Here it's the 2290, which is a classic TC Electronics delay. It's a really cool sounding delay pedal. The analog, which will be darker. Tape delay, which will be brighter. Then we have the dynamic delay, which will duck, so you won't hear it unless you stop playing. It's really cool, not much in the way. The modulation, which is kind of the analog man. have your crystal. Man, what's not to love on this incredible pedal? It's a source of inspiration. You have the reverse. Of course, if you take off all your wet sound, you end up with just the reverse. This is something you can only do on the app because you cannot kill the dry signal here, but you can do it on the app and you can program a preset. And last but not least, a looper. You get the point. It's a looper, it's a killer looper, it's the Ditto looper in a pedal. What's not to like? And then when you have like a delay, it has a mesh technology, which is way easier than it is to do with the hand. It's way easier to do it with your foot. But basically, they have a sensor here that you press down, and the more you press it down, the more it increases whatever the preset is doing. You get what it does. It's just a killer pedal. Next in line is my Space Echo RE20. It's a great delay. I use it mainly here in the studio for vocals and for recordings. I don't use it for guitar, but it is a great guitar pedal. It's the emulation of the Space Echo. So it's 3-head tape delay. We have head 1 here. Head 2 here, which basically will give you different tempos because the tape heads on the Space Echo were spaced so they would have different tempos from each other just because they were farther apart from the recording head. So they will play it back later. So you get different tempos from the different heads. So 1, 2, 3 is the 3 heads. So 1 head, 2 head, and head 3. And now all heads together. And you can EQ your delay by taking off some treble or bringing up treble. Taking off bass. Man, this is a digital delay, and you can turn it off and it leaves the trail, so... And you hear it getting quirky at the end, which is just great. It also has a preamp built in, so it's always on, this preamp, no matter what. So it imparts a tone to it too. And then you have another presets with the reverb. So let's hear just the reverb of the pedal. It's not a great reverb, but it is great with the combination of the tape pads. Just a really cool digital delay. As I told you, I use it in my effects rack for vocals, for processing in Pro Tools. So I run a lot of stuff through here, guitars and drums, but mostly vocals. And I don't use it directly as a guitar pedal, playing guitar through it. I use it in post on Pro Tools. And the last digital incredible delay is the one by Walrus Audio. I could have my D1 Meko by Walrus Audio here because it's probably my favorite digital delay of all. Well, my favorite delay of all, actually. But this one is also just so incredible. I have tap tempo. And we have tap tempo with subdivision, so I'm using it with dotted 8. So if I would like to do this, So it has 4 modes: digital, analog, lo-fi, and slapback. This knob is for you to set the rate if it is a quarter note, dotted 8, 8, 16, whatever. This is the level of the delay. The dampen means that if you're at the max, it doesn't happen. It doesn't dampen the sound, so the delay is the brightest as it can be. To the left is as dark as it can be. So this knob changes depending on the model that you have on the delay preset. So if we are on the digital delay with its brightest setting, this is what we usually think of when we think about digital delays. The X factor is a knob that introduces something to the effect. On some models, it's a modulation effect. On other models, it's like a low cut or a lo-fi filtering. I think it's only on the lo-fi that it does that. Yeah, on the lo-fi, it cuts bass at the minimum setting. It gives the bass back at the maximum setting. On all the other effects, it brings modulation in. So the digital delay at its less interesting setting, it's very normal, and it's exactly a copy of your sound. If we introduce the modulation, it gets a little more interesting. And if we darken the repeats, it gets even more interesting, at least to me. But it keeps the same tone, while on the analog it degrades with time. It gets darker, and with lo-fi it also does the same thing. It gets completely ruined. The S mode means slapback, so it has only slapback, and the note knob, the ratio knob, gives you the speed of it. Since it has such fast delay tempo, you can almost make it sound like a chorus. Which is not a thing I usually do. And I usually use it in analog since it has the tap tempo, so I can have anything from my slapback a little quieter. Or I can set it a little more to a tempo. And if I want, I can have it really easily become my memory man. Or my fucked up memory man. What's your opinion about the pedals? Did you like anyone in particular? Do you have any other suggestion for a digital great sounding delay pedal? And when I say great sounding, I think you got it through the episode. I really like a delay that has character, that changes the tone. I don't like a delay that is just a repetition. That's too boring for me. I like some personality of the delay. That's why I picked up these 4 special pedals. Well, my friends, that's it. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you have liked the show. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up and click the bell notification to get notified whenever there's a new video. And there's a new episode every week. You already know, but if you want to become a patron, just go to the Patreon link. It's super easy. You can also contribute to the tip jar on PayPal. If you want to have some guitar lessons with me, just send me an email or a direct message via Instagram or Facebook, and we'll deal with it from there. I hope you liked it. We see each other next week. Bye-bye.